We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. So good to have you on board with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here. Greg, you look at the marquee, and it's a lot of offensive stars here. I'm looking at the other side. Defenses better show up here if you want to walk out with a win.
Yeah, I think the burden, of course, lies on the players, particularly the players in the secondaries of both of these teams. They're going to have moments where they've got to win one-on-one, as you said, against some of the top offensive skill players in the league. But I also feel like there's a lot on the shoulders of this defensive coordinator. Can you change up coverages, change up looks, make it difficult pre- and post-snap, not only on these wide receivers and skill players, but also on the guy with the ball in his hand, calling the shots, playing quarterback.
Quick throw here is complete.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not.
Now a loose football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. A gain there of 10 yards. And that will be a first down. Tight end going in motion here. Back to throw. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. A pickup of 12 yards. That's enough for a first down. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down. Now they'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with the deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Now he'll air one out. That's caught! And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Now, faking the give. A throw on the move is caught. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
A throw on the run is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He's going to air this one out for Jones.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
1st and 10. He'll tuck it and take off. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Okay, great.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They send the tight end in motion. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Frankie Luvu.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you could bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas, but don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out there.
70. Go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's in! Jahmyr Gibbs for the score. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the visitors are on the board. It's now 13-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Man open is Jones. He's got it. That'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. He's going to look for the home run ball.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
And he will score. Taysom Hill. Touchdown, Chiefs. Elliott on now for the PAT. He gets it to go. And the Chiefs add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go now.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Going for it all. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, what this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth, he certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
Taking off. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. Now a give on the ground. Good running inside the 25. The speed on display. He's in. Has a touchdown.
Got it. Ready?
The offense staying put. They will go for 2.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Tavondre Sweat there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. Ooh.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. He'll get the 1st down inside the 15. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, KC. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about, and they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Receiver in motion, headed left. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick first down.
Hold it ready. Viking, 18. Here we go, here we go.
Now a handoff, running right. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
19, Charger, 19. Come on.
Putting the tight end in motion.
Ready.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
Here we go, Stratton.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Ready, set.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Past the 60, past the 60. Set up.
Back to throw. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
Ready up.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That is caught. What a throw for the touchdown. And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just 1 here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Cavante Turpin on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to have the first down, able to reach the ball forward and dive past the yellow line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Crazy. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, KC. They'll turn and hand this one off. Not a lot on that one. He'll take it down to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. And the visitors will take over here just past the 30. This is 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he will score. Touchdown. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Give them the 2, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. From the end zone, here's Cavante Turpin. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here's first down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. They'll stick to the ground. It's a pickup of 13 yards, and the Chiefs have a first down. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. They'll run here. And he will have a Chiefs first down. Won't be by much. He needed 3. He got 3. But the mark says first down. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. And now the timeout will be called, so they are in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to win the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. That'll do it for us.